Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be reacting to my NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series playoff predictions. I'm a bit worried about this one because I know some of the drivers that I predicted to make it to the playoffs didn't make it to the playoffs. So let's just get right into it. Again from last year, which includes our reigning champion Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, Nick Sanchez, Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, and Matt Crafton. It was literally in no particular. That's okay. That's not that bad of a start. I got 5 out of 6 correct. Just pretty good. I mean, I'll be honest. To be fair, Rhodes, he was very lucky to just make it into the playoffs. Majeski, he was dominant. He was really good. Sanchez, I was like, he got his win in Daytona. Christian Eckes and Corey Heim, both of them were championship contenders. Obviously, that would happen. Matt Crafton, man, what a season he had last year. I completely forgot Matt Crafton was still in the Truck Series. I mean, he really fell off. I'll be honest. Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't a good season for Matt. I mean, considering that he was what, a 3-time Truck Series champion, um, he didn't really perform like a 3-time Truck Series champion. He was kind of middle of the pack most of the time, and at best, he was maybe, I don't know, maybe 8th or even 9th in the standings. Like, other than that, he wasn't that good. I mean, he wasn't, I can't remember a single race where he was actually competitive and potentially would get a race win. I don't remember a single one. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing, I'll be honest, for Crafton. Crafton, I feel like, is maybe like the least possible one, I'll be honest. Like everyone else is basically set in stone, probably gonna happen. But obviously, I mean, Ben Rhodes makes sense. And look, at least I said Crafton was a possible one. That's at least a good sign. Nick Sanchez, he was in a very explosive rookie. I think he got 3 poles, I'm pretty sure, and I hope he converts some of them into wins because he's definitely. He did. He did convert some of them to wins. 2 wins, in fact. So pretty good. Corey Heim, I mean, I legit picked him to win the championship this year, so I'm not really surprised about that. Yeah, he didn't. He was like a couple positions off Ty Majeski. Matt Crafton, like I mentioned before, he's a bit of a possibility. And that's just because he's getting pretty old. I mean, age is coming up to him. He's still in great shape, but age is still coming up. And I just like, I can't remember how old he is. I think he might be somewhere like in his 40s, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. I don't really want to assume it. But basically, my point is that he's been in the Truck Series for a very, very long time. I'm pretty sure since 2001. So he's been there for a very, very, very long time. So I won't really be surprised if he does miss out on the Truck Series playoffs, but I think he'll be just consistent enough to at least be in the playoffs. Yeah, he wasn't consistent enough to be in the playoffs, nor did he get into the playoffs via points. He completely missed out on it. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised, like I said, in the past back in February or January. Jesus Christ. And yeah, I mean, he's been competing in the Truck Series since 2001, so 23 years. So he's been there for a while. Now I have 4 drivers, and you might actually know some of these drivers because I mentioned them in my NASCAR predictions video. Oh, so fuck. I have Lane Riggs, Tanner Gray, Bailey Curry, and Jake Garcia. Damn. Why did I ever make that prediction? The Lane Riggs one I feel like was justified. I mean, who really saw him win, what, 2 races in a row or something? Who saw that coming? I knew he was going to be competitive, but for him to miss out the playoffs just because of a lackluster beginning half of the season, it's terrible. Tanner Gray, he was looking to be in contention, making it to playoffs, but missed out ultimately. And Bailey Curry and Jay Garcia, they were nowhere. Like, the 13 truck kind of looks like Haley Deegan never left it. Bailey Curry, where was he the entire time? So it's disappointing because I generally thought that Lane Riggs was going to make it. I thought Tanner Gray had a chance. Bailey Curry and Jay Garcia, a bit of a unlikely chance as well. So yeah, I'm pretty wrong here. Oh my god, this is not good. Really, really not good. Like I missed out on who what Daniel Dye, Tyler Ankrum, Taylor Gray. Who else did I miss out on? I'm trying to remember right now. And the other two I was forgetting about was Granite Finger Raja Caruth. So yeah, this is not good. It's basically half. I got half right, half wrong. And the correct half was at the top, but the wrong half is at the bottom. Oh god, that's really poor performance from me. The one driver which is incredibly likely to actually get their first win is Lane Riggs. I mean, he has shown he did, and he was the only driver to get his first win out of those four drivers. So I got a quarter of a point right. The other one as well is Jake Garcia. He moves over from McNally Hilgman Racing to Thorsport Racing. And Thorsport, they have a very good team. I mean, obviously, like I mentioned before, I mean, like Rhodes, Majeski, and Craftsman, all of them I've already predicted to be in the playoffs. And I think Garcia will definitely be one of them. He's a phenomenal driver. He was close numerous times of getting his first win. He was being top five. Why do I feel like he was actually better when he was with McNally Hilgman Racing? Like, when he was in Thorsport, oh my god, I completely forgot he was even driving. But when he was with McAnally, he was like consistently getting top 10s, top 5s even sometimes. Jake Garcia, he had a down year compared to last year when he was, oh, like he was like what, like a piece of like part time or something. So, oh god, it was not a good year for Jake Garcia. And the other two, Tanner Gray and Bailey Curry. Now, I chose Tanner Gray because I feel like he was maybe the closest Tricon garage driver other than Corey Heim to get their first win. Taylor Gray, I mean, he has some moments. Zine Thompson, he has improved massively from when he was in Nissan Motorsports. But I don't think he's close enough to get his first win. I mean, okay, let's think. Okay, let's do some stats real quick. Yeah, Tanner Gray had a much better season Taylor Gray had a much better season than Tanner Gray. At least Taylor got some top fives. Tanner Gray got a big old donut in the top five. So, clearly Taylor Gray had a much better season than Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray, he was pretty good. Like he was pretty solid at the start of the season. But then yes, he kind of fell off at the very end. But he was pretty good at the start of the season. So why is this something that also happened this year? He was competitive at the start of the season, but then he fell off throughout the season. So it's kind of like a repeat of last year where he was he was contending to be in the top 5 then like most of the week. But then over time kind of fell off. So yeah, that's I guess kind of deja vu from last year for Tanner. Bailey Curry, he has been close couple times, mainly in like when he was driving for Nissan, like in 2021, 2022. He wasn't really close in 2023. He's been a solid midfield team, or driver, I should say. But I do think these, with his support and pressure with Trackhouse, I think they're going. I feel like I just plucked that out of my ass, saying that Trackhouse is going to support Nice. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I think I was just me plucking it out of my ass, but I've no idea. Well, if we have a look at, well, if we try and remember Bailey Curry's season, it was a forgettable one. He was top 5, top 10 a couple times, but not enough to make it to the playoffs. Um, he didn't really contend for wins that much. He was mainly, like I said, a midfield driver, only getting up to like the top 10 sometimes and rarely making it up into the top 5 as well. So he was mainly like a 15th through 10th place driver or even a 20th place driver at best. At worst, I should say. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he had quite a lot of bad luck in retirements, I believe. I might be wrong, but he just didn't have a good season. Those are my list right here. I have Ben Rhodes, Majeski, Sanchez, Eckert, Heim, Crafton, and then Lane Riggs, Tanner Gray, Bailey Curry, Jake Garcia. Other drivers I could have maybe talked about, maybe Chase Purdy. I think Chase Purdy will probably be 11th in my opinion. I think it's going to be the driver who's just going to miss out on it. No, Chase Purdy was. Okay, Chase Purdy was weird because he was competitive, and then he was just so inconsistent. He didn't even make it to the playoffs. So, I mean, you can say that Chase Purdy maybe was potential, but Spire only had one truck in the playoffs, and that was Roger Carruth, and that was it. So, I don't know. Who else? Maybe Tyler Ankrum and maybe Daniel Dye. I actually don't know what's happening with Roger Cruz, so I can't really say anything about him. Maybe Granite Finger, maybe with CR7 Motorsports, considering that they have a technical alliance with McNally Hillgren Racing, so possibly. And I'm trying to think. Stuart Friesen, that's also another one. Stuart Friesen, I think that's maybe the biggest driver I missed out on. Stuart Friesen. Oh my god, what a year he had. Um, didn't get a win. I feel like him and Crafter were kind of the same. Like they are veterans in the sport, but couldn't make it over the line to win a race. I think they have finished in top 5, top 10 a couple times, but bad luck and being inconsistent was the road. I'll be honest for Stuart Friesen. I did mention Granite Finger, Tyler Ankrum, and Daniel Dye. I even mentioned Roger Carruth, but that was when I think there was some questions about Roger Carruth because I think back then when I recorded this, it wasn't confirmed that Roger would be in the 71 truck. I believe maybe I'm wrong. Of course I mentioned Granite Finger. I mean, I mentioned every single driver who didn't make it to the playoffs after I made this. I mean, I didn't mention Taylor Gray. I don't think, but oh god, it potentials. Damn. That was a rough one. Obviously, at least I had like Majeski, our champion, Ben Rhodes, Corey Heim, Nick Sanchez, and Christian Eckers, but missing out on the others: Granite Finger, Roger Carruth, Daniel Dye, Tyler Ankrum, and Roger Carruth as well. I think I mentioned Roger twice, I swear, but maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I mean, 5 out of 10. That's all right. Hopefully the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series will be better. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.